Recently we had some storms move through the area, surrounding states, several parts of the country actually, and many people lost power. And I started thinking about, just having a power outage kind of emergency kit, just sort of an area in my garage where I can keep everything centralized and specifically designated for the purpose of, say a power outage. It doesn't have to be huge, it doesn't have to be daunting, it doesn't have to be expensive. Just something that gives you peace of mind and something that you can put your hands to quickly in the event of a power outage that's going to last more than, a couple hours. So some of the basics, say for a power outage, blackout, etc. Obviously, you want some headlamps, I would think. Batteries, of course. Different types of light. Candles, lanterns, flashlights. These work really well, actually. You can put them in your pocket and get around really easily through the house without using a whole lot of battery. Different types of means to cook. Maybe a hiking stove, maybe a propane stove, alcohol. You can use something like heat or denatured alcohol, gas, propane. Maybe you have a propane camp stove, maybe you have a grill, propane grill. All these things are good to have, just in general. But after the storm passed and the power was out, there were the issues of having to kind of rummage around for things, and I did have to do a little bit of hunting. Like some things were in my backpack for backpacking, hiking, etc. I had some things in one part of the garage, other things in another part of the garage, and so I had to do a little scrambling, and I wasn't stoked on that at all. It's also good to have a cat because they can see in the dark, so you just kind of put a leash, a little collar around them, a little leash. They can kind of lead you around. Just saying. So bearing that in mind, I tidied up the garage today, and I've made an area where I'm just going to keep the storm, power outage type preparedness stuff. You can call it whatever you want. I just call it, being smart. Assign whatever title or name or moniker you want to it. Doesn't really matter. So you can kind of think ahead to different seasons. How's it going to be during the summer, the spring, the winter, the fall, etc. Maybe you'll need some plastic sheeting to kind of cordon off your home and keep heat centralized. Maybe if you have a kerosene heater. You keep one room or two rooms warm or slightly warm during the winter, and you're good to go. At night you can just bundle up and sleep like a baby. Lots of blankets, large dog, 12 cats. Maybe you need some rain gear, maybe a poncho, some frog togs, simple frog togs. They're really inexpensive. You can stow those away in your little cubby, your little power outage cubby. Flashlights, candles, camp stove, lanterns, batteries, alcohol stoves. If you have, say, a fire pit outside, you can always cook on that. Maybe have some wood handy, water filters. I made my own rain barrels, and it cost me like 25 bucks. A garden's always good if you can have one. Fresh food during a power outage that lasts for a few days is not a bad thing at all. Avoiding the grocery stores is definitely a good thing. And if you have plenty of water that you can filter, then you're good to go. Again, you can take this as far as you want. You can spend as much as you want, or you don't have to spend that much. A lot of these items are just regular items that you should have in your household. I'm just saying, earmark a place in your home, garage, workshop, wherever, where you just keep that stuff. It's handy, you know where it's at. If something happens, grab an available flashlight, candle, lantern, etc. Go to it and get to work. Also, you might want to think about simple foods that you can, store, kind of earmark for power outages as well. Camp meals are always good, backpacking meals, soups, hand crank, you know, battery powered radios. Always a good thing to have. I hate you, cornbread. Seriously. I hate you. No, I don't.